Hey guys, Level Cap here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about assault rifles, more specifically the AEK 970 and why I think it's better than the other assault rifles. And what I did to kind of back up my statement here is I tested 4 of the most used assault rifles in Battlefield Bad Company 2, which I believe is the AEK, XM8, F2000, and the M416. Now, I didn't include the burst fire weapons, and I know a lot of you guys really like the burst fire assault rifles in this game, but I think those fall into a different category of weapon in that they're very good at long range engagements, but not quite as effective for close quarter combat. So I tested the bread and butter weapons, essentially, the ones that I see people using the most and the ones that I get killed by the most. So my main point of focus in this test is accuracy. So what I did is I placed myself at a fairly long range from a wall and fired in burst fire mode. Well, not mode, but I fired burst fire with all 4 of the assault rifles and then went in for a closer inspection to see what the spread on the weapons was. Now, this distance isn't exactly the most common distance you're going to engage your enemy in, but the spread will be exaggerated because of the long distance, and that'll give us a better idea of how accurate each weapon is while using it in burst fire mode. Now, what I probably should have done is aim for the little blue line every time, but instead what I did is made a little overlay and I put a red dot at the spot that I was aiming each time. Now, right off the bat, you'll notice that the F2000 has one of the larger spreads, and for me that kind of breaks the deal. I know the F2000 is still a really great weapon for close quarters, and I will use it every now and then when I know I'm going to be doing a lot of up close and personal combat, but for medium range the accuracy is a deal breaker. Now, looking at the M416 and the XM8 spreads, you'll notice that they have fairly small spreads, except that the bullets are all higher than where you're aiming, which could be good if you're aiming for the torso. You might get a bunch of headshots. However, what I want is a gun that's going to shoot most of the shots directly where I'm aiming. And if you look at the AEK 970 spread, that's exactly what it does. Look at the large indentation where the red dot is on the AEK spread. That's where I was aiming. Most of the bullets hit right there. That is the largest indentation. On the M416 and the XM8, the smallest indentation is where the red dot is, and most of the bullets hit higher than where I was aiming. Now, when comparing the in-game stats between the AEK and the M416, you'll notice that the M416 has a higher damage rating. But what the stats don't tell you is that the M416 has a distance fall off of damage, so that almost all medium range engagements with the M416, the weapon will be doing the exact same damage output as the AEK. Now, if you take this into account, plus the AEK's higher rate of fire and the higher rate of accuracy, as I have concluded from my testing, then the AEK is clearly the superior weapon at medium range engagement. To further my opinion, the AEK has one of the most accurate and easy to use iron sights in the game. You do not need a red dot sight with this weapon. In fact, I prefer the AEK iron sight over the red dot sight. I think it's that accurate and not encumbering and easy to see your environment around it. Now, of course, I didn't do all this testing when I first switched over to the AEK. I had been using the M416 for a long time because the stats told me that it was one of the best weapons to use as the assault class. But after switching to the AEK, after using the M416 for so long, and noticing how much better I performed in medium range engagements, I was just completely sold on the weapon. The accuracy was crazy. And I didn't need my red dot sight. The iron sights were good enough, so I was able to use lightweight, which gives you a huge advantage over the enemy being able to move around much quicker. So if you're one of those players that has been using the M416 or the XM8 religiously, give the AEK a try. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with just how accurate this weapon is and how powerful it is, especially using magnum ammo. This gun is just a killing machine. It's crazy. So that's it for the video. I hope you guys found this information informative, at least, and I hope you give the AEK a try. So I'll see you guys next time. This is Level Cap signing off. And I had to switch it up to engineer for a sec just to take out this bitch ass Blackhawk.